What's going on, everybody? Today I'm back at Blackwater River State Forest, and the plan is to just do some exploring, check things out. It's been almost a year since I've been out here, so it's getting that time of year to get back out here exploring the woods. Still rather warm and humid right now. Took the lens on this camera about 30 minutes to stop fogging up, but either way, it's a good day to get out here, explore the woods, check things out. I got my dad with me. He's in an F-250, a much larger truck than mine. I'm, of course, in my Tacoma, and we're just gonna see what we can find. Man, it's nice to be back out here in the woods. Spent the past 6 months or so primarily on the water, which has been a blast. Been great weather for it. Still a little warm, but it's getting to be that time of year. Get back out here in the woods and do some exploring. I love it. Really nice to be back out here. Slippery.
This here road used to have a big pile of dirt in front of it and was closed, so this might be fun.
Yeah, it was closed the last time I came out here. The signs were on the other end though. It has been extremely dry around here lately, but luckily last night we got some rain, which was perfect because it was really dusty out here before with the lack of rain. But we got a pretty decent amount of rain last night, so it's kind of perfect trail riding conditions. It's not muddy, but it's damp, so it's making it really pleasant. We just made it down to a little dead end that looks like it's going to take us down to a pretty sweet camping area. If I remember correctly, I was down here last year. So I'm going to walk down here and check it out. Yo, that scared me. It's a spider. You could drive down here. The road is marked as no vehicles beyond basically where we're parked. I can tell by these ruts, obviously. People drive down here because apparently those signs don't apply to them. Yeah, this is a really nice camping area. Some flat areas for tents. Bunch of flat space right over here. This is a little sketchy though. See where this tree was cut off and is just leaned up. Talk about a widowmaker. Yeah, I don't know if I'd camp here until that's taken care of. But right through here is the river. Nice little beach area. Another little spot over here for a tent. Yeah, you can see in the sand where people live. Somebody drove down here and turned around. See their tire tracks. It's really pretty down here though. Nice little beach. This would be a really nice swimming hole.
do that, because I think that's what happens there a lot.
Probably. I've got a campsite marked on my GPS. It's probably what you're talking about.
there's a cemetery here. I've never really checked out too much. It looks newer.
We can check it out and see.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about is on further. But yeah, let's check this out. There seems to be some older parts to it.
We just came across a cemetery that I've never seen out here. So this one looks a little newer than the one I found last time I was out here, but I'm gonna check it out, see if I can find any older headstones. This one here, right out of the gate, looks rather old. 1920 was the death date, 1917 to 1920. That's terrible. 3 years. And a couple of like just markers here. Not sure what that's about. Everything I'm seeing right here is relatively new. Looks like we might have some older stuff right in here. This one, I can't tell the date, but it's 18 something. This one up here is 18 something as well. Definitely some older ones in here. Died in 1912. Not really sure what all of these just small pillars are. Surely they're marking something. Probably graves, but not 100% sure. Got this tall grass. I'm gonna do my best not to get snake bit. This one died in 1915. Died in 1910. And I think that's it for the older stuff. All of this stuff appears to be much newer. Not sure what cemetery this one is, but it's pretty cool. Got us a speed racer driving at God's speed. All right, the jury's back.
Cemetery.
Found a sign, the Sullivan Cemetery. This is a really cool stretch of road. There are swamps everywhere, both sides of the road. Really pretty area. There are just an absolute ton of yellow butterflies out here. I don't know if it's just the right time of year for it. It's the very end of September. I know that in October, we typically around here see a lot of monarch butterflies, but out here today, for some reason, there's just been a ton of yellow butterflies. Not sure what that's all about. We just pulled up to another cemetery. This one looks like it's got some pretty old headstones in it, so let's check it out. I didn't see these, so I just came right up on them. Some of these down in the ground. Over here, you can see they're a little higher. Let's check some of these dates out. This one's relatively new. 1981 is the date on that one. This one died in 1935. 1935, 1932, 28. All right, the one on the right there, Louisa, died in 1887. These ones down here, looks like rainwater and stuff like that has eroded anything that would be legible off of them. 1891. So this is pretty interesting here. We've got to the memory of infant of Mrs. and Mr. D.M. Fleming, born and died March 18th, 1891. So, you know, died on the day of birth. And then we've got Miss Anne Fleming, died April 27th, 1981. So, less than a month later, after what I'm assuming they're right next to each other, was her infant died. So, a good chance she never recovered from whatever went wrong with that delivery. This looks like it's been here for quite some time. 1918. 1891. Died in 1880. Here we have what looks like a grave marker, but there's no headstone at all. Let's go up under this magnolia tree. There's a couple in here. One died in 1915. Got a wooden marker there. Not sure what that's all about. A few wooden ones. And there's an old wooden one right here. Bigger one behind it. I think this is it for this cemetery. Everything in here is pretty old. I'm not sure what the wooden headstones are all about. If you know, let me know in the comments. I have no idea. But this is a very cool old cemetery, one that I've never been to.
Not sure what went on there, but that was pretty significant.
Yeah, definitely blew some stuff out. I have yet to see a road sign without bullet holes in it.
Gotta get ready for deer season somehow. I don't know if it still is, but all this used to be dog hunt area. If that tells you anything.
Say less.
Yeah, I'll tell you a bridge out here. I was out riding my bike one time. There was a couple old boys fishing on that bridge, drunk as Peter Brown.
I know I said this the last time I was out here when I did the Florida Adventure Trail route through Blackwater. There are just what seems like an endless number of roads that you can explore out here, and I haven't even started to scratch the surface. I'm using Gaia GPS to navigate, and I mean, you could literally probably spend a week just exploring all of the Forest Service roads, stuff like that out here. There's just so much to explore.
I think I might be getting some raindrops on the windshield.
Yeah, there's bad looking clouds up there. That bridge got stuck up on me.
Yeah, there's a sign back there said narrow bridge, but I expected a more substantial bridge than that.
Man, a fawn just ran across the road right in front of me. Nope, okay. Must be further up here. Maybe this is the very next one.
Hey, this doesn't look like a terrible place to get hammered, drunk, and fish.
Yeah, it was here.
I don't know what they were trying to catch in here. It doesn't look very fishy.
No, I asked him, I said, is there any fish in there? And I just remember the one dude, all he said was something about, no, but we got beer or something.
Sure, he was local.
Yeah, I remember too, dude, they literally had, like, whatever they had on their line, they had, like, 4 or 6 ounce sinkers, big, giant sinkers.
Like they were going bottom fishing offshore.
Yeah, exactly.
That water was like 2 feet deep, wasn't even really moving. They should cut all this pine down and just pave all of this. Make it look like a shopping mall parking lot.
Yeah, it'd be more fun. I like this stuff over there on the left. That's a hill for you.
You gotta wonder, like, what that hit, like how that just naturally formed like that.
Yeah, I was just thinking, what anomaly caused that?
Well, I left my ground penetrating radar back at the house, but it might be some sort of Indian temple mound or something. Here's a sign.
Yeah, it just says keep your horses off there.
I got you. I'm going with it's some sort of Indian temple mound. It's probably haunted as a motherfucker.
That or perhaps aliens. There could be a spaceship under that.
Yeah, That's good. That's probably a better explanation. I don't know why, but they've got like this whole area like barricaded off.
I'm sure Luther and the boys want to lock her in low and try to get up over that in their FFR.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm sure somebody's done something to ruin it for everybody, but yeah, like all these the little wooden pylons, they've been here for a long time.
Yeah, and then there's concrete ones behind that with a cable.
Yeah, I think it's Area 53 over there.
Yeah, definitely aliens.
Well, we just passed a beer can, and I'm very confident that every alien sighting that has any kind of credibility has involved beer drinking, so I think we're onto something.
Yeah, I think they like come to harvest aluminum, and you know, you get a large pile of those aluminum cans and they're drawn to it.
They must be. Or like they say, like just shiny stuff like bass boats, you know, aluminum beer cans, things like that.
Yeah, I think the flake, the metal flake they use in that paint on most bass boats may be aluminum.
And now you're making sense. I'm picking up what you're laying down. Weather was cooperating quite nicely. Now we've got some rain, but I'm really not that mad about it. This is actually kind of perfect conditions to be out running around in the woods, if you ask me. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Did about 70 miles today. It was a very good time. Did just a massive loop. Started and ended right here at the Bryant Bridge little boat ramp. I'd get out of the truck, but it's still raining, which is fine by me. Makes for some great off-roading weather. But anyways, if you made it this far in the video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, subscribe to the channel. It's getting to be that time of year. It's time to get back out in the woods and do some exploring. See you next time.